Welcome. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Before I get today's video started, I need you to click subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, especially leaving a like and comment because doing those things helps me get my channel and video out there to a much broader audience. For the month of November, the 13th Wolfman had issued a challenge to me where I should be. It's called the 30 Days Hath No New-Vember, where we're watching new movies all month long. But there's a few caveats. You know, you can't own the movie. I can't be one of these movies from my collection behind me, or behind me. Can't purchase it, so you can't like go out and buy 30 new movies. You have to borrow it, rent it. It has to be from a streaming service. Just other than you personally own it. So I'm mainly doing streaming services because I don't have cable or satellite or anything like that. The 13th Wolfman's doing his DVR. He's kind of wanting to make some room for some stuff, so he's just going to go through that. Me, I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to go through streaming services, and I'll tell you which movie where I've watched it to kind of let you know where I've watched it from. I know it's November 4th. I'm a little behind. I have 4 movies to talk about, but I'm going to kind of do this all month long, just because I just didn't have the time to prepare, and doing it daily because I never know what I'm going to watch the next day. So I'm going to like pop up every like 3 or 4 days, you know, just to kind of like do a quick recap. I'm going to watch a new movie every day. It's just that I'm just not going to be able to make a video daily. So that's just too much right now. I'm going into the holiday season at work, so it's just going to be very busy for me to do it this month. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, but it's just not going to be a daily video. So I'm sorry about that. But I have 4 movies to catch up. It's November 4th, 2021. So I'm going to like tell you the movies that I've watched in order. I started with Promising Young Woman, Six Underground, Army of Thieves, and then I ended with Fall Guy for November 4th. So I kind of went on like kind of an action-y movie there towards the last 3 days. But that first movie I'm getting ready to talk about, which was Promising Young Woman, starring Carey Mulligan, I think that's her name, Bo Burnham, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Adam Brody, who else? Laverne Cox. If you're Allison Brie, if you're a big fan of Glow, the ring announcer, I'm so like drawing a blank on his name. I really liked him in this movie, and I really like Glow. So I'm kind of sad that they're not getting their last season to kind of go out on a big bang. But anyways, basically, The Promising Young Woman is about this Carey Mulligan's character. She loses her best friend to suicide, basically, and driven on by the fact that one night at partying, she was taken advantage of by a bunch of guys, and it was videotaped, and then it just like she was top of her class and everything, but they reports were made, but just no one just wanted to take it seriously. So she kind of goes out every night and kind of pretends to be drunk, and then she gets a guy to take her home, and then she kind of lets the guy go as far as it needed to be, and then she kind of turns it onto him, and the trailer was kind of misleading because I even kind of fell for it. I think the trailers kind of makes it out to like she's killing these guys, but she isn't. She's just kind of really just like oh my god, it's like this person can ruin their lives, and especially nowadays, it's just like it's a really good movie, and it's just really really good, and so she does this to basically avenge her friend. Her friend means the world to her, and just no one wanted to help, and no one wanted to take their side. So she's going out there every night to she dropped out of med school to take care of her friend, and then to do this, and just to kind of like hammer home like you shouldn't be doing this, obviously. But it's just like it was very very good. I really liked it. Next up is I just mentioned it. Six Underground, starring Ryan Reynolds. this movie was actually not that bad. I enjoyed it. It was directed by Michael Bay. I had a lot of fun with it. I know a lot of people probably didn't like it just because it had Michael Bay's movie name on it, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. It's just about a bunch this eccentric billionaire Ryan Reynolds who fakes his own death because when he was kind of basically doing just a kind of social media stunt, he was in the middle of like a sarin gas attack, and he nearly lost his life, and he's seen what this does to this world, this world that just doesn't get any help because the dictators and the generals just kind of just use it and just abuse it, and just killing off their own people. And so he's like, I'm going to use my money for good for once. And so he fakes his own death, uses his billions of dollars to form this team to track down these four generals and to lead up to this brother who's going to take over the dictatorship because he's the good brother. And basically that's the whole movie. They're trying to remove this bad guy from power and replace him with someone good. And it was good. I enjoyed it. There were some good jokes. There was a lot of just funny moments. It's a Michael Bay movie, so expect a lot of action in it. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So next up, I know I'm not really talking about that one too much, but it's just an action movie. There isn't really some good action sequences like in the beginning of the movie, but it does kind of drag on here and there. It does kind of get a little what's it called? A little monotonous at sometimes, but there is some moments of like levity, and like there is some like really cool action beats. Like there's a scene where they're in this rooftop area, and there's like a pool, like infinity pool or whatever, and they bust the glass, and they all have to kind of like not get swept away and swept off the edge of the off this giant building. And I like that sequence. I think that's probably my favorite sequence in the entire movie. The last big set piece is set on a boat, which I really liked as well. But I like that when they were trying to rescue the brother was the best part of the movie. Next up is Army of Thieves. This is the prequel to Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. It takes place. Our center character is Dieter. You know, he's the safecracker in Army of Thieves or Army of the Dead, and he's also a safecracker in this one. And he's making YouTube videos where there's just no one watching his videos, and then he just has a very mundane life. And until one day, they're like, "Hey, show us your skills," and then he kind of has to go through this little bit of a trial, and he makes it onto the team. And then because you have these like four legendary safes, all kind of very connected to Norse mythology, and each safe is progressively harder, and then the fourth safe is the one that we actually see in Army of the Dead, which is really cool because in this world, the zombie outbreak has happened, and so periodically you see on the news that there's zombies going on, and he's actually kind of foreshadowing his events in Army of the Dead. So I really liked that. I really loved the tie-in to that, and I just enjoyed this movie. I think this may be my favorite of the four movies that I've watched so far. Promising Young Woman was pretty up there, but I think Army of Thieves was my favorite of the bunch. And the safe cracking sequences in the movie are fantastic. It's something so satisfying about watching the tumblers fall into place, and especially when you know that like if the wrong move and something like could happen at any moment and just kind of like screw everything up. And there's a few moments like that, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, and I'm like just intense and really into this movie. So I definitely say that's a must watch. And then finally, Free Guy, starring Ryan Reynolds, where he plays the non-playable character Guy in this like GTA open world kind of Fortnite kind of area world online game, and he's just kind of once again having a mundane life. Gets up, gets coffee, goes to work, and then someone robs his bank, to get money for their in-game currency and everything. And then one day he walks by this actual player humming a Mariah Carey song, and then that kind of starts to kind of change his programming a little bit, and reawaken or awaken this hidden programming in him. And there's also kind of like this B plot kind of going on in the movie where they're trying to uncover this conspiracy of this guy who bought out this smaller company that didn't use their code to basically build his game, but their original code is still there, and they're trying to prove that he just kind of just is using it for his gain. And they're doing that throughout the whole movie. And it was good. I think this was the weakest of the bunch, to be honest with you. I liked it. I thought, but the ending sequence of this movie was probably the best. The moment that really got me was when Guy was facing off with Dude. Like a small Ryan Reynolds versus like Hulk Hogan, Hulk version of of Ryan Reynolds, and I just really like that. And because they have like references of other in-game weapons, real game weapons, like the shield from Captain America, which has a nice cameo from Chris Evans. You got Hulk, his arm kind of shows up, and you get like the Fortnite staff, I do believe. I don't know, it has the horse on it. I don't really play Fortnite. I've played it like a couple times. The portal gun from Portal. So it's just fun. I like that. I really like that. I wish the movie was a little bit more like that. There's some big also cameos with like from Channing Tatum. I'm like, oh, is that who I think it is? And the music's really good. There's a lot of good music in this movie. So I mean, I definitely say it's definitely a watch. I definitely glad I bought it on sale. That's kind of my one amendment to this whole thing, is that if I've never seen it and I bought it, it's going to um, be included on this list. This is the one time I'm only going to do this, because yeah, I just couldn't really pass up this deal. So because next week it could go right back up to like $20. I just didn't want it to lose that discount price. So that's really all I have to say. I'm gonna have fun watching new movies all month. If I had to rank these last 4 movies that I've watched, I definitely Army of Thieves is first, Promising Young Woman is second, Six Underground is third, and then Free Guy is fourth. But I enjoyed them all. I had a lot of fun watching each and every one of those movies, just because they were all different in their own way. You got more of a serious dark comedy with Promising Young Woman. You got this really cool heist movie with Army of Thieves. Six Underground, you got just kind of like a revenge Michael Bay movie, just explosion-thon of movie with Michael Bay. And then the last movie, it's just like kind of a geeky, nerdy kind of movie, action movie. And kind of if Ready Player One was a little bit more lighthearted and a little bit more kind of not taken as seriously. So that's kind of like how to describe that one pretty well. But I enjoyed every one of them. So putting Free Guy at the end isn't a bad thing. It's just out of the 4 movies I've watched so far, that was the one that I just thought was number 4. So that is all. I'm going, like I said, I'm going to enjoy this month long. I'm the Ice Lord. I don't know if I said this at the top of the video. You're more than welcome to be joining with us if you want to make a kind of a quick chat video, or you just want to start on whenever you see this. Go right ahead. We're more the merrier. I know it's me's doing it. The 13th Wolfman. I think Random Horror is doing it as well, and a few other people in the comments are doing it too. So come join us. So that is all. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and all I can really say is thank you.